Piers Morgan caught off guard as Keir Starmer challenges Rishi Sunak's record. Tory MPs left speechless. In a high-profile broadcast that quickly made waves online, Labour Party leader Sir Keir Starmer appeared on Piers Morgan's talk show and delivered a pointed critique of Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's leadership, sparking a visibly stunned reaction from the host and a moment of palpable silence from several Conservative MPs who were featured later in the segment. The exchange, though measured and respectful, served as a striking reminder of the mounting pressure on the current government as the next general election approaches. What began as a standard political interview evolved into a compelling moment of public accountability, with Starmer laying out his concerns about the government's handling of the economy, public services, and the cost of living. Piers Morgan, known for his confrontational interviewing style, was momentarily caught off guard by Starmer's clarity and data-backed statements. The fallout from the interview has since rippled through the political landscape, prompting renewed discussion about leadership, trust, and the future of UK governance. During the live segment, which aired as part of Morgan's ongoing political series, Starmer was asked what he believed was the single biggest failure of Rishi Sunak's government. Instead of opting for political generalities, Starmer offered a detailed and composed answer focused on what he called a consistent failure to deliver on promises. "I think the British public have been incredibly patient," Starmer said. "But after 14 years of Conservative leadership, people are still waiting for trains to run on time, for hospital backlogs to be addressed, and for their energy bills to go down. We've had promises of change, but not the change itself." Morgan, raising an eyebrow, followed up by pressing Starmer on whether he truly believed Sunak was out of touch. The Labour leader responded carefully but firmly. "It's not about personality," he replied. "It's about results. When people are working full-time and still relying on food banks, something has gone deeply wrong. That's not just economic failure, that's a failure of political priorities." Following the interview, a panel discussion was held that included several Conservative MPs. When clips of Starmer's comments were replayed, there was an unusual pause before any of them responded. For viewers watching live, the silence was almost more powerful than the rebuttals that followed. Eventually, a senior Tory MP acknowledged the challenge, saying, "Sir Keir raises issues that we're certainly aware of. But the Prime Minister has laid out a clear plan for economic recovery and energy reform. We must stay the course." Others on the panel were less eager to engage directly, pivoting instead to Labour's own past record. However, the moment did not go unnoticed by viewers or commentators, many of whom described the exchange as a rare case of unscripted tension on a political program. Political analysts were quick to point out that Starmer's appearance was no accident. With an election looming, the Labour leader is increasingly taking high-visibility opportunities to contrast his vision with the current government's performance. What made this appearance notable, however, was Starmer's refusal to indulge in personal attacks, opting instead to focus on measurable outcomes and missed targets. "He's clearly trying to appeal to disillusioned centrists," said Dr. Harriet Cole, a political analyst at King's College London. "By staying calm and focused on public services and cost of living, he's positioning himself as the practical alternative to ongoing Conservative instability." Online, the segment quickly went viral. Some viewers praised Starmer for finally saying what needed to be said on national television. Others accused him of political opportunism or lacking his own detailed plans. But few could deny that the moment sparked conversation. On X, formerly Twitter, one user wrote, "This is the most straightforward I've heard Starmer. No jargon. Just calling out what we're all living through." Another replied, "Sure, he's criticizing, but where are his solutions? Easy to point fingers, harder to lead." The mixed reactions underscored a core truth about the current political moment. Trust is fragile, and voters want more than slogans. While the Prime Minister has not directly responded to Starmer's comments from the interview, Downing Street released a general statement emphasizing the government's continued focus on economic stability, job growth, and energy resilience. The Prime Minister remains committed to delivering results for working families across the UK, the statement read. Still, moments like these are likely to accumulate in the public consciousness, especially when aired live and shared widely. As the nation moves closer to the next general election, appearances, narratives, and tone will matter just as much as manifestos. Keir Starmer's measured critique during a live interview with Piers Morgan marked one of the more impactful political moments of recent months. It demonstrated not only the Labour leader's evolving media strategy but also the appetite among the public for direct, unfiltered discussion about the country's direction. While reactions were mixed, the conversation has undeniably been reignited. If you found this analysis informative and want to stay up to date with the latest developments in UK politics, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And we want to hear your take. Did Starmer make a convincing case, or do you think the government still deserves more time? Drop your thoughts in the comments below respectfully, and let's keep the debate going.